All right. Well, hey, everybody. Cleta the cheetah here, Mo to the ring, C to the E, and little Pedro. Those are my nicknames for these people. So this is our Boss Babe call. It's August 19th, 2024, and we just wanted to debut these beautiful pink sales director suits. I mean, they are so sharp. We think we just look all that in a bag of chips in them. Aren't they just the cutest? And so, do we all have on the one with the pockets? It is the cutest. I have them both. Why I bought two, I do not know. But we are going to wear them for 2 years. So maybe at the end of this year, I'll be like, I'm tired of that. Let me go get that one I haven't worn in a year. But anyway, thank you, Maureen and Connie and Latrice, for putting on your suit tonight. Let me see if anybody else is here yet. Okay, y'all message me if any of the other directors are here. So tonight, I've been thinking about something. And I was thinking about my goals. Y'all think about your goals every day? Okay, so I have a goal poster back there, and every now and then it starts looking like a picture on the wall, and I don't look at it. And then every now and then I'll look back, I'm like, oh, goals. Yeah, I remember that, July 1st. It's already August the whatever day it is. So you guys, I have a goal to have 4 new directors by leadership conference. And I know that you guys have goals to build sales directors, right? Maureen, Connie, Latrice. Yes. And so I discovered something today, and that is 100% of all new directors have. Would y'all like to know what it is?
Tell me.
100% of all new directors were a red jacket first. I know, it's shocking. So if we want to have new sales directors, I'm going to pull Sayla into the crowd here a minute. We have got to build some beautiful red jackets. And Sayla is sporting one of the brand new ones for this year. Aren't they cute? And so I was thinking, for all of you that are on here that have a desire to be a sales director, you have to get in your red jacket first, which is Star Team Builder. So if you're new and watching this, we don't call ourselves pink suits, and we're not going to call Sayla a red jacket. We're going to call her an elite team leader, which is what she is. But it is Star Team Builder, and there's team leader, and there's elite team leader. Okay. And then it's DIQ, and then it's sales director, an independent sales director. And so we really want to focus on all of us building reds. And even if you're in red, like Sayla, one of the things that you want to focus on is having reds on your team, because a red jacket on your team doesn't quit. Right? Because people do come and go, right? But if you've got someone with 3 team members, they'll stay in. They will stay in the company. They'll just stay in with 1 or 2. They really will. So I just wanted to show these beautiful new suits before we start today. Y'all get yourself a vision. If you have a goal, you might want to just screenshot this and put your little head on whichever body you feel like you want to have and cut ours off and put it on your goal poster. If you think I need to be in red, just cut Sayla's beautiful little face off and put your head right there. Because what we would like to do is, at the beginning of all of our calls, we want to focus on our reds and our sales directors. We want to just put you right up here, and then, we'll take you off and do the Boss Babe call. But I really want to see, my vision, okay, is to see this group have double the amount of sales directors up here, like 10 sales directors, and then like 20 red jackets, and every week. Think of the explosion that we could have if we did that. You guys agree?
Yes.
So, y'all look so great. I appreciate the support of the women that come on here every week and all they do. And so I want to just show them tonight and just highlight them for a minute. And I want y'all to see yourself up here with us in the suit. Okay. So for our sales directors, we're just going to put the suit on for the next few weeks. And we're going to build this up till we can ask some others to join us in the suit. Does that sound good?
Amen.
Yes. And if you're in red, we want you to put on your red jacket. And Dionetta, do you have yours on tonight? Is she a red jacket, Dionetta? No, not yet.
Not
Dionetta,
yet.
speaking life into what you are. Okay. So of course you want to be on live with it to be highlighted on here. Okay. So y'all, if you get in your red jacket, directors, you let me know if you got a new one, and we're going to highlight you on the Boss Babe call. We're going to just debut you, so to speak, on these Monday night Boss Babe calls. Does that sound good?
Yes.
What I know is what we focus on is what we will get. All right. Okay. So I'm going to
love this.
Good. I'm gonna remove the spotlight real quick from you guys. Thank you. And then we will get started here. But I love seeing it. Y'all look so good. And I know that I know it's gonna grow. I know it is. Okay, here we go. That's really big of me. Really big. I have a really big screen, so I look really big. So I was showing my unit members just a few minutes ago what I came upon. And this is, I don't know if you see it, but it's 1988 to 1988 to 1989. It's my Mary Kay Datebook. And this is the book that we just went by. And I want to read something to you. This is a picture of Mary Kay. Isn't she pretty? And she was
Yes.
in a magazine. I don't know if y'all saw that going around. I thought that was so nice. And they highlighted her and her accomplishments and what a boss babe Mary Kay was. So this is what she put in this book. And I wanted just to start off with this. It says, happiness is something to do, someone to love, something to look forward to. Someone said, find a job you like so much you would do it for nothing, and someone will pay you well to do it. We sincerely hope that as a Mary Kay Beauty consultant, if you have found that you have found that something. And if this is so, there are no ceilings on the amount of money you can earn. Remember to go out not to sell cosmetics, but to make people happier by improving their appearance. Strangely enough, when a woman feels prettier, she acts prettier. Thus, you send her home a better wife, a better mother, a better member of the community. You will have done your part in making this world a better place in which to live. Time is your most valuable possession. Don't waste it. Make the most of every hour of every day. Fill your date book to the brim with worthwhile activity. May God's richest blessings be upon you. Love, Mary Kay. And so, for some reason, I decided 30 something years ago to keep this date book. And, it's funny because we did not have cell phones, right? We didn't have GPS. And I guess we didn't have calculators because if they didn't put a tax chart in here and it put, I think this is funny to me. If you have 5% tax and went all the way to up to a whopping $50 sale. Okay. So that, the products were a lot less back then. And it told you what tax to do, 5.5. That was the first few pages, all the way up to 8.25% tax. She
Wow.
put a tax chart. I just think it's funny. Okay. And then of course, on the date book, one of the things, let me just show you these. I don't know if I fill them out every single time, but let me just show you a blank one. It has your dates, and then right here, it has the Saturday page summary, and it has a place where you were supposed to put your hostess, how many attended, how many booked, the sales without tax, and your profit. And then facial sales, phone reorder sales, and your totals. And when you sat down to talk with someone about selling Mary Kay, they taught us to whip your date book out and you go to that Saturday page and you go, now this is just a week I had, and you go over that week. Then you flip over and go, this is another week I had, and you tell about that week, about your profits, so that you could show legitimately how much you were making in your Mary Kay. And she said, just look to get like a high week, a low week, and a mid week, and just say, these are some of the weeks that I've had. And then in the back, of course, it had your Mary Kay hostess percentages. And I know this is kind of, oh, there we go. That's easier. And it had the same thing that we can do this today. And it has 10% if they have no bookings, 15% if they have one booking, 20% if two bookings or more. And it's based on the sales at the classes. Now, this is kind of funny because the sales at the classes start at $25, $25 to $30, and it told you what the hostess gets free. $5, wow. $2.50. It's just kind of funny, isn't it? And then the highest one on here, this is like for the heavy hitters, was a $200 party. And so we, times have changed, and we really have we've really moved up, I guess, in the world with Mary Kay and with everything. But times really haven't changed, because what is the same on here is this was when I was in DIQ. And when I was booking, selling I was also recruiting. And so I had all my little parties on here, and there was about 3 a week is what they told me I had to do to move up. I mean, like, I wouldn't say had, highly suggest. And so I would always try to have 3 bookings. And I was sharing with my unit a few minutes ago, because we didn't have GPS, we didn't have cell phones like that. You know, I would have to write down the actual directions, turn right, turn left, turn right, look for a blue truck, you know, and a dog barking to get to your parties. And all my interviews were in person because we had to fill out paper agreements and mail them in. And so I fill my date book up with these appointments. And so I can see the time that I was in DIQ. Why I made it is because I had a lot of appointments on my books. So if you're kind of not where you want to be, I want you to just really look and see how many appointments you have on your books and start with that. Start with booking and get yourself so booked up, because it's easy to sell when you have a lot of bookings, and it's easy to team build because you can say, well, for example, I had a party last week with Susie Q. We sold $500. I made my profit on that was $250 or whatever your profit was. You know, even if you give a little bit away, my profit was $210, right? And then you can say, oh, and then I had a facial with Barbara, and Barbara bought $199, and this was my profit. And that's just you telling them what you did. And if they have been to one of those parties, even better, because you could say, you know, at the party you were at Thursday night, well, I sold $750 on that party. Can you believe that? So this is my profit. And I've got 5 new customers, and they will probably reorder from me in about 2 months. So it's easy to do it. So I just wanted to mention that. So one of the things that I want to show you tonight is, and I'll just tell you myself, I needed a review myself. And so let me just click on this. This is something that you might know, you may not know, but 100%, you know, of everybody that becomes a DIQ also becomes a red jacket, right? Or a star team builder. So let me show you this one little chart. Can you guys see the chart that says red qualifications and rewards?
Yes.
I see that. Okay, I got 10 screens above me. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is kind of some of the benefits for being in your red jacket and how you can maximize your percentage, because I thought to myself, where are the breaks when people make more money as far as the percentages? Okay, so first of all, let's just go, just to remind everybody, a star team builder is 3 or 4 active personal team members. Active is someone who's placed an order in the last 3 months, $225 or more in a single month. Okay. You can get 4, 6, or 8% personal team commission on your team, even at a star team builders. How do you get 4, 6, or 8? So let's just talk about that, because it, you know, it is something that hasn't been the same for years. So you may not know, and you can put in the chat if you already knew it. Okay. But for me, I had to kind of think about it for a minute. So everybody gets at least 4%. If anybody orders on your team, you're going to get at least 4%, you know, commission. All right. And by the way, senior consultants get that too. All right. But for a star team builder, when you have 3 or more, you could also get 4 or 8% commission on your team. To get 6%, let me just see if I can maybe increase this just a little bit so y'all can see it. Sayla, just give me a little nod there. Is that better? Okay, look at that. I know a lot of people do Zoom from their phone, so you've got to be able to see it, right? So look at this. If you and your team, this is you and your team, have wholesale of $1,000 to $1,799.99, then you get 6% commission on your team. You don't get commission on your own order, but on your team. But your order counts toward this retail volume. It says monthly personal retail sales and personal sales volume. Okay, so this is your wholesale right here, wholesale. So, but let's say you yourself do a $700 wholesale order to get the power up. You know, that's what a lot of us are trying to do every single month, at least $700 wholesale to get the power up price. So then if your team does at least $300, if one girl on your team does 300, then you're going to get 6%. Does that make sense? So if, let's say, well, obviously, if you did the whole thing and nobody ordered, you're not going to get any percent, because 6% times 0 is 0, right? So your team, your team's got to do some of it for you to get a commission check. But you can see where if you're a good seller, you could always get a better commission check. And then to get 8%, all right, that's double from this 4, if you and your team do $1,800 or more in a month. So how would that look if you did 700 and let's say you had one of your team members did 700, that's 1,400, right? And then at least one more person does a 400, there's 1,800 or more. And then you're going to get 8% on your team. So that is a lot more. So if you think about, let's say you're getting 4% on $1,000, right? 4% on $1,000 is $40 commission check. 8% is an $80 commission check. That's a lot different, isn't it? So I want to just bring that to your attention because if you are a star team builder or above, you may not even look at this and you may just, you don't even know. And at the end of the month, maybe you and your girls did 997. Like you don't even you could look and say, hey, if I just had a little bit more, I could get the 6%. Or the 1,800, the 1,800 more, get the 8%. So I just wanted to kind of break that down to you. Y'all just kind of think about that. Just remember 1,000 and 1,800 are the breaks. So look at your team production, look at what you do, and make sure you maximize it so that you always at least get 8% commission. Does that make sense? If you have any questions, just put them in the chat there, okay? So let's go over here to team leader and elite team leader. Team leader has at least 5 on her team. An elite team leader has 8 active on their team. Automatically, you get 9% on your whole team. If you have 5 active, you get 9. There's no minimum requirement or anything. You get 9. That's why, you guys, once you get 3 or 4, you got to go ahead and get the 5th one. You have to. That way, you'll always get at least 9% of your whole team. Now, you want to get 13%. And by the way, did y'all know sales directors, we get the same thing, on our personal team, even though we're sales directors. So 9% is on anybody as long as you have 5 active. 13% is when you have 5 active. At least 5 order on your team. 5 people order on your team with 225 more in sales. And you yourself do at least a 600. And they didn't raise that. Even though our power up gift is at the 700, they left this at 6. So if you have 5 people on your team that order and you at least do a 6, you get 13% commission check. Y'all, that's a lot. So think about that $1,000 order that we talked about a minute ago. You could get 40, you could get 60, you could get 80, you could get 90, or you can get $130 off $1,000 wholesale order. That's a big jump, you guys. That's a big jump. So I want you to kind of just be aware of the commission schedule, of how it works with a team leader, how it works with a elite team leader, and how it works with a star team builder. Because this is the area that you will earn money until you finish your qualification. Because even as a DIQ, your commission doesn't change. You just happen to be in DIQ and everything's going for a particular goal. Does that make sense? So this is your commission schedule until you finish directorship. So you want to maximize it and you want that 13% commission every single solitary month. So for sure, you want to get your 600 in. And if you do 6, you might as well do 7 and get your prize, right? And so just sell $200 more so that you can do that and then some and get the prize, right? And then if you have 5 people, the best way to make sure, if you're a team leader, the best way to make sure you have 5 that order every month is not to just keep 5 because everybody's not going to order every month. You think about it. Do you order every month? Sometimes you do, sometimes you may not. So your team, they're not going to order every month. And really, the last thing you want to do is put the squeeze or put pressure on people that's not what they want to do, right? Yes, we want to teach them to book, sell, and recruit. And even if you just held two parties a month, you could place an order every month. Is that y'all know that? Because you need the products, right? But the best thing to do is, I say, pad the deck, stack the deck so that you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 recruits so that at least 5 will order every month. Okay. And then you don't even have to worry about it. You're going to get 13%. Y'all with me? Okay. So I just wanted to show you that is one of the reasons that you want to build. So just to kind of go over 10 benefits are being in red, and Mary Kay is calling these, instead of rewards, red wards. Don't y'all like that? Red wards. So of course, everybody gets 50% potential profit on sales. Why does it say potential? because you may offer a hostess gift or something else, but really you do buy it for $10 and the retail price is $20. So that's where they get 50%. You get the earn discount privilege where if you're active, you get 50% off, at least if you, on any size order. You can earn the Great Start program rewards, and y'all know that is the team building cash bonuses. And you get that if you have to be an active beauty consultant, senior beauty consultant, star team builder, elite team leader, and you're eligible to earn a $50 team building bonus for every Great Start qualified new personal team member you get. Okay, so you don't have to be new to get this. They have to be new. So all of you that are beauty consultants, anytime you have someone that finishes up their Great Start, and that what is a Great Start? They do at least 600 in their first 4 months. If they do it the month they sign up, then you get it that month. If they do it the 4th month, then you get it the 4th month. But it's helpful for you as the recruiter to keep up with their 4 months. If they sign up on the very last day of the month, that counts as month 1. So just know it up front. Don't be mad about it. That's just the way it is. They have to start it at some point, right? And so it's a lot easier than us having to try to count the days, right? So if they signed up on the very last day of July, then August is month 2 for them. But as soon as they do 600, you're going to get a $50 team building cash bonus. She is going to get the bundle, which is $116 of free product, which is pretty awesome. So you're going to get some stuff. She's going to get some stuff. So it really benefits both of you. You can earn Star Consultant prizes. You can earn year-long challenge prizes. You can order and wear the official red jacket from Mary Kay and look so cute. And we're just going to start debuting them every single Monday night. Okay. You can receive 50% discount on your first red jacket order, unless there's some kind of a promotion where recently they had one and they gave the red jackets away. So you never know. Kind of watch and touch on that according to when you're listening to the sound of my voice. You can earn seminar awards, Queen's Court of Sharing, Consultants Queen's Court of Personal Sales. You can attend company events, plan for beauty consultants. You get the Applause magazine, and then you get to wear the Star Team Builder pin, Team Leader pin, or Elite Team Leader pin enhancer. And so that is like the bonuses of being red. I'll tell you the biggest thing is that you are a leader in your unit. You are a leader in your unit. You are a leader of your team. And I suggest as soon as you decide to do this, even before, name your team, okay? And let's say you sign up one person. You may say, listen, Betty, I know this is going to be kind of weird because you're my first person, but we're fixing to do a Facebook group with our team. Right now, it's just me and you. But I have great visions of having 100 and 200 people on this team at some point. So we're starting with me and you. And when we get that 100, you can go back and go, I was the first one. So I'm going to be team building. And Betty, I need you to be team building too. So let's build a big, fat, juicy customer base. And let's build a big, fat, juicy team. And tell Betty, say, Betty, you're going to be my OG, the original gangster. You're going to be the one, and you and I together are going to build this. Y'all should be so excited to be your first one. And you just say, I'm really doing this. And if you have to go put on that song that they played at Leadership Conference, y'all remember that song? Don't believe me, just watch. You just may have to put that on every single day and just say, we're building it. We're building it huge. We're bringing it fat. Me and Betty. And then next week, we're going to add Susie. And then me and you and Susie, and we're going to add one more. And then my title will change. And you're going to see me in a beautiful red jacket. And say, we're going to get 5 more. And then I'm going to be director in qualification. And then we're going to have me and my 8. And plus all the people y'all get. And we're going to finish this thing. And we're going to be powered up in pink. We're going to be suited up in pink. Power up, suit up. We're going to get all the things. Okay? And so you may even say, Betty, this is what I'm thinking about our unit name. Do you hate it or do you like it? Of course, it's your unit. You can name it what you want. But it's nice to have a few people that are involved say, hey, I like that, you know. And they have different talents. I have to show y'all something. You never know your Mary Kay influence, where it goes. So I do a Bible study with some ladies from my church. They're not in Mary Kay with me. They're just some ladies from my church. Do they buy from me? Some of them do, some of them don't. But, you know, a couple of them do. But last week, well, we do it once a month. And a month ago, we were there and they celebrated somebody's birthday. And then they found out my birthday was that same week. They're like, oh, we'll have to do you next week. So last week, you guys, I go in there and this one gal, she did this
Oh.
whole thing for me. Look at
I
this.
love it.
It's not the most awesome thing. And then
Oh
they
my,
gave me this bowl that had, it's in the other room, but that has cheetahs in it. It is so cute. It's like a wooden bowl and it has, it's like pictures of cheetahs in it. And so your influence in your Mary Kay business, you just don't know. I mean, people just can't help it. And they send me stuff that has cheetah print on it. They said, I had to get it. And I'm like, I'm glad you did. And they mail it to me and I love it. And I have it all over my office. And so, you know, you pick that name that means something to you, that speaks to you, and start getting some stuff. If it's, you know, Barbara's butterflies, girl, go get you some butterflies. Put them everywhere so that you can think. And every time I see something with cheetah print, y'all, what do I think of? Do I think of the cat in the jungle? No. I think of my Mary Kay unit and how much I love them so much and how we're running like cheetahs. Today I got on there, I'm like, I'm fixing to buy me some cheetah thank you notes, you know. And so I looked on there, tried to buy me some on Amazon. And you know, so it can be whatever floats your boat though. But you got to get in that red jacket first. And then let me tell you something. Once you're in red, you guys cannot delay to get the next step. Because if you get in red and think that 6 months from now you're going to be a team leader, it just don't happen that way. Because you got 3, and Mary Kay says 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 will order, 1 out of 3 will do something with it. So you got to do it fast. That's why Mary Kay has a time requirement to finish a directorship. Because if she said, once you get 8, take as long as you want, and as soon as you get 24, you're a director, it would never happen because we don't do things like that in Mary Kay without a deadline. I don't. And no one else. And if you had a whole year to do it, those first 3 people probably already said, I'm just going to, you know, switch companies, or I don't even know. I mean, maybe not. A lot of people stay with us. I'm not saying they all leave, but you just got to, fast is easy and hard is slow. So I'm looking at some of y'all. I see your little face there, Deborah Barrett and Donna. You know, I see y'all, and you want to do it. We got to do it fast. And so people that want to sign an agreement, you send it to them right then and say, let's fill it out right now. Let's go. I'm doing a prize this month, and anybody that signs up gets blank. Go look at your inventory, see what you got that you can give somebody. I know all of you have something that you could give. You could give a charcoal mask, you could give a satin hand set, you could give an eyeshadow, you give lip gloss, I don't care what you give, but something to make them go ahead and sign up today, right? Let's get the show on the road. So my thing tonight is I wanted you to kind of know the percentages. I wanted to show you this old date book that I had that I mean, I just live by it. I put all my appointments in here, the dentist, the doctor, the interviews, the shows, so that I would know what I was doing. And, you know, we would come to the sales meeting. And one of the things, y'all, that my adoptive director would make me do is she would, I'll show you. Let's see if I can find one of these pages on here. So you'd have to come and she would say, show me your date book. And we'd have to open the date book and show when our parties are. Because like if we whined and complained about we had no bookings, I mean, like we weren't where we going. She goes, well, let me see your date book. And she'd say, how many of those are parties right there? Looks like you're going to the doctor there. Let's see. You got a facial there. That's good. A recruiting luncheon where you better bring some people. You need to get a few more parties on your books, Cleta. I mean, like, that was my adoptive director, Deborah Bishop. Ended up being one of my very closest friends, but she did not monkey around with me. And she didn't make any money on me, so she'd just tell me like it is. And she'd do this too. She'd take my, I don't have any right here to show you, but she would take, oh, I do right here. Hang on. I'll never forget this. Okay. So one time I said, Deborah, I don't have anybody. I've talked to everybody. And I've already talked to every single person I know. She goes, really? Okay. She goes, bring me your box of profile cards. So I had a little box, like a recipe box, and I had it. So I'd bring them, and she go, okay, here they are. She go, okay. She goes, give them to me, give them to me. She goes, all right, here we go. Stephanie Weeks. Have you talked to her? And then I would go, no, because Stephanie, she's got a daughter here, and she just moved back here from Tennessee, and you know, she's an analyst. She really doesn't need the money. She goes, and then she go, oh, really? All right, well, good. You don't care if I call her, do you? Because I'm gonna see if she wants to tell Mary. I'm like, well, that's my coach. She goes, well, you said you didn't want to call her, so I'm gonna call her. Sounds like she'd be really good. I'm like, Deborah, She goes, where's another one? Okay, Melanie Weeks. Well, she's not 18. She goes, all right, that's all right with her. Okay, so then we go through and I'd have another one. And she goes, what about her? I say, no, she got 3 kids. She is super busy. Her husband does so and so, da da da. She goes, really? All right, give me that one. I'm gonna call that one too. And she just, and I mean, and I'm like, I get it, Deborah. She goes, you better, she was, I'm not kidding you. She goes, you better get off of it and you better call every single one of those girls and you just ask them, could you share a little information about Mary Kay and the career opportunity because you think they'd be really good because they're obviously smart because they're a teacher. They got 3 girls. You know, they need the extra money to supply all those girls for all their needs. I'm sure she could use her products at half price. And you're looking for someone who's a good person and has a great personality and that you like. I'm like, all right, Deborah. All right. Okay. Now I was 20. How old was I? 26. And Deborah was 36. Now, you know, she was young. I mean, like now I look back at she was so young. She was so bold with me though. And she just told me what to do. And I just would like, she irritated me so bad, you know, but then I'm like, all right. And then I would do it. And then it would be shocking to me the next week when I would bring somebody that was one of these that I said wasn't going to do it that actually did it. Okay, so I just wanted to give you that little example of what my adopted director would tell me that basically I wasn't trying hard enough because she goes, everybody's not going to tell you no, Cleta. She goes, you think if I call every one of these, I can't find 4 people? She goes, give me your list. And I'm like, no, you're not getting my list. Okay, I'll do it. So I'm Deborah Bishop and you are me and you're in DIQ and you want to finish, or maybe you just want to get in that red jacket. You just need to ask more people and you need to close the deal when you do ask them. Walk them through the different starter kits, get the agreement, and go, is there any reason we can't get started today? Is there any reason why? Let's get you going. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys tonight. I want you to know, just remember 1,000 and 1,800. If you're not a team leader, that's how you get the most money on your team. 1,000, 1,800. So you got to push toward that. But best 9 and 13%. Okay, 9 and 13 is better than 6 and 8. So get you a few more. Look at how many. If you do have 6 or 8, watch that. Make sure you have 5 that order every month. Make sure your 600 is in so you can maximize what you make every month. Mary Kay's got the money on the table. And remember to help your people get in their Great Start qualified because that's another $50. And if you happen to be new in Mary Kay and you get someone's Great Start qualified, not only do you get $50, but you get $200 of free product. That's a lot. In your first 4 months, that is the best time to recruit, unless it's after that. And then that's the best time. Okay, now is the best time. Now is the best time. Okay, I'm going to open up the gallery here real quick. And if any of you have any kind of comments that you would like to share with us. Oh, and there's Kelly Cooper on there. Hey, Kelly. But if any of y'all have anything you'd like to add for tonight, just like 5 minutes, we'll just take a couple things if anybody wants to add something.
Hey, Cleta.
Okay, Latrice.
I found my date. This is the only thing I haven't thrown away. And I've looked through it as you were going over there and over yours, and I'm like, my kids were young. I played bridge club. I was a garden club secretary. I worked full time. There's no excuse. And y'all, that was back in the day. And she is right. I have directions. Turn right at the, Stuckey's.
Yeah.
And there's a light pole and there.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, y'all, you can do this. You can, with all that you have going on and all the platforms we have, this is so doable. We need y'all to step up and represent the #1 company. So that's what I'm going to share.
This is funny. I even had a thing and it says, bring a gift less than $1.50 to use it and wrap it up. I mean, what can you get? A raffle gift. Wrap it up $1.50. I love it. Okay. And some munchies. So yeah, and here's another thing with the directions. It is so funny about the directions, isn't it? Thank you, Latrice.
You're welcome.
And I worked a full-time job too until I finished directorship. So 40 hours a week, I could not do Mary Kay. I thought about it the whole time I was there, but I could only do it at lunch. That's why I had a lot of lunch appointments, because I did have that 1 hour and I took the whole hour, and every day at lunch, I tried to do an interview or I tried to do like a facial or something even, during that lunch. Okay. Who else has something? And Gina, you look so cute too.
And I do want to say, y'all, she was so right. Fast. Do it fast. Slow is hard. Fast is easy. And they want to run with you running.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Cleta, I just want to second what you said about Deborah. Deborah was a small but mighty lady, and she would, really, you can do that. What Cleta's saying with the profile cards. If someone came along and said, "I'm going to call all these people in here that you have not asked about the opportunity," it would hurt your feelings, and you would start dialing immediately, because Deborah did that to me one time. And she said, "Okay, well, I'm going to call her, and I'm going to call her." I had every reason known to man, that she told me her husband was sick, her kids were lit, whatever. And she said, "Okay, I'll call them." And I'm like, "No, you're not." It makes you pick up the phone and call no matter what they say. You don't want to lose because what happens if we don't ask them, then we walk into a big event and there Susie Q is your customer and she's a consultant on someone else's team. And that's on us, not
That's what she tell me. She said, "Well, then it won't bother you if next week Lori Carter comes and she's a new team member of mine, will it? Because you weren't gonna ask her anyway. So I guess, I mean, like, if you don't ask her, somebody, what does she not deserve to hear the Mary Kay opportunity, Cleta?" So she would say, if you would not be upset if they recruited somebody else, then don't call them. But if it would hurt your feelings if one of these girls came in with somebody else, then you better at least offer them the opportunity. So it makes you have a different way to think about people, doesn't it? And then at least you can say, "I asked them." Now, they can't say, because have you had, I know y'all have had speeches where people go, "No one, yeah, I used to buy from so-and-so for 2 years and I moved. She never asked me." What if that was your customer and she moves to Virginia and then signs up under, somebody, and she's the next national director? Yeah, Cleta never asked me about Mary Kay. She sold me that lip gloss one time. There's something to think about.
I was gonna say this, Cleta. And no disrespect, because I love her guts, okay? But my childhood best friend's mom sold Mary Kay, picked me up in a Grand Am in middle school. And I used to sit and just dream of all the things that she had, the pink Cadillac car that would honk when it would ring and all the things. And I always thought, wow, that'd be awesome. But, I could probably never do that. And she didn't ask me. She did my makeup in September. I mean, let me phrase that. She did my makeup on June 29th, my wedding day. And I put my name in a facial box in September, and I joined somebody else's team. I didn't know. I had no idea.
It's the truth.
So, yeah. And so I'm thinking, they said, "Well, why didn't you join with this person?" And I said, "She never asked me."
Yeah.
It just didn't even occur to me.
That's right. And people like us, we really need to think what she's saying, because I have people in my life that are in their 20s and I haven't asked them. And they probably will go and sign up under somebody else, because even though they know I do it, I think they'd ask me. And your lady probably thought, well, if she wanted to do it, she knows I sell it. But we don't.
Know she did. I know that for 100%.
Yeah, and we don't think of that way, because
terrible.
listen, I signed up under somebody and my aunt sold it in California. Of course, yeah, it was a time where you weren't connected as well because we didn't have social media and all that stuff. But I didn't even think about her. I went with her because she asked me for a facial. Sayla, what were you going to say?
Yeah, but the other thing is our customers are just like Kelly. They don't know the rules of the game the Mary Kay way. And
That's
so
right.
it is up to us to say, you may not be ready right now, but if you ever do, then please call me. Or like this week, I've got a group of best friends, and one of the friends in the group buys from another friend that's on my team. But she called me and said, "Hey, I need some lipstick." And I said, "You know what? We don't take, she said, "Well, she's out." And I said, "Well, I've got one." And then I called the consultant, who is also my friend, and said, "I'm going to let you order the other two." And she said, "Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to place the order soon." But, the customers, they do not know the Mary Kay way. I mean, you can tell them, but it just does not register. So it is up to us to keep it above board and to share with people that,
Yes.
this is how it works. And if you ever change your mind, please call me or go, refer them back to their girl. So,
some
Well, and
people
not
think-
only that, I'm sorry, Cleta.
Go ahead. I was going to say this and then you say, I was going to say, some people think, like, let's say at the church you go to or at the gym and go, oh, they're not thinking about selling Mary Kay because you sell Mary Kay. Like, I'm sure people think, oh, well, Cleta's got everybody here, which I don't. So that's one of the things I need to project is I'm looking for people also to be on my team. And there's a ton of people I don't sell to here. All right, go ahead, Connie.
All I was going to say to piggyback on what Selah said is that I have had people say, well, I have several friends that sell Mary Kay, so I just want to order like from you some stuff and from them some stuff and from them some stuff. And I was like, well, I mean, I understand trying to be fair, but really, you should pick whichever consultant is your primary consultant, and then that's who you should order from all the time.
Right.
Like
right.
ordering a little bit here and there. And I think that happens a lot of times in workplaces.
Mm-hmm.
So, like at schools, like, if a teacher is a consultant,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that
Mhm.
kind of thing. So I don't know. They just don't understand. They just want to help everybody. It's not,
right.
yeah.
That's right. That's a good point. All right, you guys, I'm going to highlight the directors and the red jacket one more time. I need to get a screenshot. So stay put for a second and I'm going to get them all up here. You screenshot it and remember what you're going to do. You're going to cut off our head and you're going to put yourself in here with us. Whichever one of us you want to cut off our head, we're not going to be hurting on it, and just put your little self in this group with us so that you can see yourself with us in these suits. Okay. And I'm adding Selah on here as well because we want all new directors had to be a red jacket first, right? They had to be. Okay. So let me get my little screenshot. We'll have a decent one up here to show. Hang on. I'm going to tell you when, just a minute. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Don't y'all know that YouTube always does the weirdest? You're like, and that's going to be the opening thing on there. Some weird look. That's why I just have to upload some things. So I got to tell y'all a funny story, but no, I'll just tell it. I might as well just tell everybody. Okay. This just shows that I have a really positive attitude or I'm gullible. Okay. So today, this is just a funny story. It's nothing to do with Mary Kay somewhat. I got this thing in the mail, and y'all know how you get like stuff in the mail. Like it was from Toyota, the Toyota place. If you're in Valdosta, you probably got one too. So I was going through the mail, fixing to chunk it off, but it had this thing, and you tear it off and see if you match these two in a row, you win. And it was like $10,000 Visa card, $5,000 Visa card. I know Salah's already laughing. $1,000 Visa card, $500 Walmart card, and I think that was it. Okay. So it had Brad's name on it. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. It says we won $1,000 Visa gift card. So I'm like, I said, Brad, we got to go to the Toyota place. He goes, that ain't probably true, Cleta. I said, well, look, so we read the bottom and it said, you have to come in, you have to be 18 years old. They will compare the verification code for your prize. And then it showed how many they mailed. One in 40,000 gets 1,000. Get one in 40,000 gets $1,000 Visa card. 1 in 40,000 gets a $10,000 one, all the way to the thing. And then 39,995 get a $2 lottery ticket, scratch off. Okay. And I said, but Brad, so look, I said, only one's going to get it. And it's us. Cause look, it matches. The thing matches right here. I mean, you can look at it. He goes, I said, look, if it was my name, I wouldn't even need you, but you're going to have to go. Because you have your name. So we're going up there, all the way up there. He's like, what's the catch? I mean, you have to buy a car. They're probably going to double it if you buy a car. I said, look, they do insurance for this thing and somebody's going to win it. It's just like when you go to a golf tournament and they go, we're going to give a free truck. You pay insurance and then you pray no one gets the hole in one. But if they do, you bought this insurance policy and they get the free truck. I said, It's like me giving $50 free product for someone, at a guest event. He goes, yeah, but you expect him to come in and have a facial. It's like a 20-minute drive to the dealership. I said, yeah, but I know Mary Kay's so good that if they have a facial, they'll buy something. So all the way, he goes, I'm gonna laugh when you don't get it. I said, well, I'm gonna take all the money when you do get it. I said, I'm already decided what I'm gonna spend it on. We're gonna take it on the trip to Hawaii. I said, we're gonna get it. I'm so excited. So I said, now listen, when we get up there, I said, I know how you are. I said, don't say anything. Let me do all the talking. Because he'll be buying a truck. So we get in there. I see the guy. I have my little paper.
He says, here she comes.
He said, Brad had to go with me because it's his name. He goes, hey, I'm Barone, it's the car salesman guy. And I knew someone. I said, is Chris Bundrick here? Because he goes to church with us. And I was going to try to find him so that I could just get my prize and leave. We don't really want to look at. So he goes in to look for, and he goes, well, congratulations, first thing. I said, well, thank you. I said, I'm so excited. I said, my husband didn't think it's true, but look right here, and so the guy goes in to try to find this one guy. He don't work there anymore. I said, well, that's fine. I'll deal with it. He goes, well, you need to fill out this form. So of course, Brad's filling out the form.
Oh, gosh.
I said, well, I just need the Visa gift card. I mean, it says right here which one. He goes, and then he goes, no, if you read right here, it says the verification code determines. I said, yeah, I know, but right here is if you match these two, you win that. He goes, right here, like in the small little print, which I did read that. But so we fill out the form. We go to this big poster board. He goes, let me look at your code. He goes, no. Let me go get your lottery ticket, your $2 lottery ticket. Brad just looks at me. I'm like, don't say anything. I said, that's a little misleading. He says, well, it says right here. I said, I know, but what about the matchy thing? Of course, I could have really shown myself, and Brad was like, come on, So I go to the card, and I'm like, you don't know though. I said, that scratch off, this could be the key. I said, don't laugh at me till we scratch it off, right?
Right.
Nada. So the whole story is that I made Brad go 20 minutes out and showed myself, and we did not get anything. However, I said, Brad, that's because I have a positive attitude. I look for the best in things, even in junk mail. I said,
there you go.
I said, somebody's got to win. And he said, it's just a scam. I said, he said that the lady won the Walmart one yesterday. I said, so it could have been us. You never know if you don't try. So the point of this is we don't know about all these names unless we try. It could be the $2 lottery ticket that you get nothing out of, or it could be a $1,000 gift card or a $10,000 gift card. So we just got to go through the numbers, and be like that Walmart lady who got there.
Yeah.
So,
Or a sales director.
or a sales director. So that's my funny story for the week. Think positive. You might lose sometime like I did today, but there was a rainbow coming home. I said, look at that rainbow. I said, that's probably our house. He goes, yeah, with a pot of gold with $1,000 in it. I said, you never know. I said, the only reason it's not there is because you don't believe.
Right.
Believe.
That's right.
Anyway, y'all, that's what I got for y'all tonight. We're all just out there playing the game. So a great week. Thank y'all so much for calling in. For my YouTubers, we thank you for watching. I know a lot of my unit watches on YouTube too. We'd love to have you on here, but y'all have a great week. And next week, we will just plan on wearing our jackets. And if you're in red, you want to wear your red too. And we'll highlight you at the beginning, at the end of every Boss Babe call. And we want to see these numbers grow. Okay?
Yes.
All right, you guys.